What's going on, everybody? We are back at it again. Darkness with a Ginger Hue. I am your man, your boy, your homie, Sir Toks, aka La Voice. That's right, La Voice. And I couldn't do this show
Nice.
without my co-host, my brother, my friend, Slang Hugh. What's going on,
It's
brother?
true, Slang Hugh. I am the one, not the two. What it is, bro? We back at it
Mm,
again. Like I said, back at it like a craftmatic. Back at it like a crack addict on a craftmatic.
facts. All right, all right, all right. It's getting cold out there, brother.
Oh
Getting
my
cold out there.
gosh. Don't get me into my PTSD bag.
Now, again,
Winter.
there's levels of this stuff, though, right? Because I mean, there's Ontario cold, and then there's Manitoba cold, and I've experienced both. Not fond of both, but this Winnipeg cold, when you see the forecast and it says -30, feels like -47. You have to say,
Mm,
pause. What the hell am I doing here?
mhm.
This doesn't make sense. Why am I here? That it's almost colder than Mars.
Oh,
Crazy. Oh, we lost my
my
brother
bad.
Slang real
My
quick.
bad. My bad.
There he is.
Yeah, I pressed up something. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's cold, man. I don't know
Mhm.
how cold is affecting you out there, but it's definitely like the roads are slick. People have to drive extra slow, and you have to take a lot of time to prepare for your drive because you never know what traffic you're gonna get. Because again, there's snow plows out there, and they're fixing up the roads and all that. It's crazy out there. It's crazy out there. What say you, brother? What say you? Well, looks like Slang's having some technical difficulties. That's all right. We continue with it. Again, it is now mid January now, I guess.
You froze
And
up on me there, so I don't know if I froze up on you, but I don't know what happened. But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah, we had technical difficulties. It's okay. And hopefully
all right.
everything's good now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Mhm.
it's like I was saying, it's mid January. So this is where you should be getting the cold fronts. How is it over there with for you?
It's -20. Well, feels like -20. They say it's -12, feels like -20, which I never understood why they do that. It is as cold as it feels. I don't understand. Like,
It's true.
just tell us how it feels, because we don't care how it actually is. That doesn't. I don't understand. I guess that's for the old school farmer way of thinking for for agriculture. I don't know. That's a question for Google and Chat GPT and all that. But anyway, yeah, -20. Like we said last show, a whole lot of snow hit us, and apparently we're supposed to get more, and this is supposed to continue in terms of the temperature for the rest of the week. So it's not cool, man. It's not cool
I
at all.
agree. Ours would probably be staying for the rest of the month, actually. So it is
Mm,
at mid January, so fast, and
yeah,
in a week or two, it's February, and it's gonna get even colder. So just have to
facts.
prepare. But again, we were talking about global warming, and we might have a short winter. It might stop in March, April, and then start getting warmer. You never know, or it could extend into June. If,
Yeah,
you know,
I sure hope it ends soon.
October might be warm. November might be warm. Who knows? We don't know. The weather is a flip of the coin now these days. You
Word.
just don't know what you're getting. You can have a
Word.
tsunami one day, blizzard the next, and a sunshiny day the next day after that. So
Please, please, global warming, warm up faster.
no kidding, man. No kidding. That's no kidding right there.
Mhm.
Anyways, let's get with it today. I mean, it's a weird day today, weird feeling today. It's been a weird one, but
Let's
as
talk about
usual, um, what have you done to better yourself today, there, Slam?
So today, actually, you know what? Yeah, no, actually, today. Sorry. Today, I was, as you know, a guest on one of our former guests' shows
Mm.
on
Yes, tell me
LT's
about that one.
show. She has it every Tuesday at 6:30 on TikTok. Around the world with LT, I believe is the TikTok. I'm gonna look that up again, and if
That is
I
correct. Yeah,
is
yeah.
that right?
Mhm.
So yeah, it was like a panel discussion. There was about six of us involved, including her. And we talked about, I mean, her main topic was emotional safety, like, and where do you go to feel safe or feel heard, and how do you feel when that's uh, betrayed, and branches of that same topic. It
Mhm.
was really cool. Like we went in different directions. We went all the way into dating and gender roles, as I was explaining to
Mhm.
you a little bit
Mhm.
earlier.
Mhm.
And it was interesting, man. Like this is why I say the internet is a fallacy. There is a real world out there where people do not think like the internet is projected. And also got to remember, along with the fact that it's a generational thing where
Mhm.
it's technically a younger platform, like than us anyway. The social media is technically a younger platform, unless you're speaking about
Right.
Facebook in particular.
Right.
But other than that, um, and there's as we've learned, things like X has a bunch of bots on there just working to charge up people to
Yeah.
argue and create content and engagement. So we got to remember those things. But I say that to say, in the conversation, there was two ladies on there, and their stance on gender roles is that they would rather be housewives and stay home and take care of home while their husbands go out and work and provide. And they're like, one of their things that were said was, they believe a lot of women are finding out that this whole idea that they're the freedom and independence and let's go out and work and be our own provider, we don't need men, is a fallacy. Like women are finding out that it's not something they actually want, which I agree and disagree. I think there are some women like that, and I think there are some women that do crave the independence, and the option is what really is women's
For people.
liberation. It's the
Right.
option to do both or do what you choose, rather than in the past it was, hey, go find yourself a man that can take care of you and settle down, otherwise you're gonna die an old maid out here. But I don't think that's no longer the way of thinking. But yeah, it was interesting to hear women speak in that way. What about
Do you
yourself? Oh,
think
sorry, go ahead.
well, do you think that the do you think that conversation is had amongst a lot of other women, like younger women? And do you think that the reality of staying home or being that woman of the house is coming back, or do you think that's dead and gone?
To answer the first part, I don't necessarily think younger women have that conversation because, like, you remember when you were younger, your level of experience dictates the way that you think. And again, social media being a little bit of a younger platform, I think the younger women are more influenced by the idea of, um,
Being
we
on your own.
don't need a man, that we
Mhm.
could be on our own. But also, I see a lot of younger women talking about, oh, these guys are broke. They can't even take me anywhere but a Cheesecake Factory. And that
Mm.
narrative is also being pushed. So to answer the second question, I
Mhm.
think it's both. I don't think it's become obsolete to be a housewife,
Okay.
but I do think it's more of a balance going on. Again, I think now women get to make the choice for the most part. And then again, we are very centered on a North American, um, Anglo-Saxon dominated patriarchy, the way that we think, the way that we're
Mhm.
influenced, the way we think. So in
Right.
this side of the world, I don't think women, sorry, I do think women now have a choice, and they are exploring the choice. I don't think we can necessarily determine if one is winning over the other currently. I think we're kind of in the middle, so
Okay.
to speak. I don't know which way it's swinging. That's the part I don't know which way we're gonna trend to. That I'm not sure of.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense because again, you see all the shows out there, the pop the balloons and all the dating shows and all the whole social experience, whatnot, and it kind of throws a lot of that topic out there. They'll meet a guy for the first time, and whether it's a blind date or whatever, and then the man asks, so what are you bringing to the table, type of thing. I'm like, women are saying, well, what do you mean what am I bringing to the table, and blah blah blah, and then they get influenced by those shows, and that I think dictates how they feel or how they react when that question or that situation is put against them. So I believe they're not really thinking from themselves. They're thinking because they've been seeing this influence all the time. So they think the right answer is to stand up and say, "Oh, I want it this way," or "No, I want it this way." Whatever side of the coin you're on, it just seems like social media and the internet has influenced how people think too much
Mm,
to make the right, not what I wouldn't say the right decision, but more so the better
a
decision
decision.
for themselves.
Yes, yes, that's yeah,
Yes,
that's
I don't wanna say right because I can't say what is right and wrong because, again, what's right for me might be wrong for you and vice versa. So I just correct myself and say the right decision for themselves. So,
yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of basically the side I ended up stating because I was outnumbered, man. That's pretty outnumbered on there.
All the women, they were outnumbering you.
Well, it was two women, two gentlemen, and LT, who was also
Okay,
a woman. She didn't really agree with what the other two women were saying, but it started off. That's the funny thing. It started off, which I wanted to ask you this question, but I also
mm,
wanted to hear your answer to the better when you did better technique so better today.
mhm.
You want me? What do you want? Continue.
Go ahead, ask the question. Yeah, I'll say one.
Okay. So it started off with the discussion of one of the women brought up the fact that if a guy is interested in her, like she met a guy and the guy had just been texting her for like the last couple of weeks, and hadn't
Okay.
called her, and she took issue with that because she asked him, "Do you try to get to know me?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, of course I'm trying to get to know you," but he just kept texting, and to her that's not the communication that she
Right,
likes in terms of
right.
trying to get to know her, which I understand that. I get what
Mhm,
she's
mhm,
saying.
mhm.
And that turned into the guy should be the pursuer and the guy is the one that should set the tone for dating and so forth. So I, in my liberated state of mind, said,
Your 2
yeah, but
cents.
yeah, I said, but in 2026, if a woman wants to talk to a gentleman or she rather speak on the phone, why doesn't she just call him? And they were like, no, no, that's not what we do. We don't, women shouldn't have to do that. A man should. And I'm like, yeah, but I thought we were in a different, what I'm saying? I thought we were
Yeah,
in a space where women are supposed to be able to do quote unquote what men can do. And I don't understand. And they were like, no, women should be the pursuer. And one of the other gentlemen was agreeing with them. And I was saying, yeah, I don't agree with that. And this is coming from a guy who doesn't necessarily like a woman to overtly approach me.
mm.
That's my little misogynist, sexist thing. I think the guy should be the approacher initially, maybe,
Right.
and or if the woman is going to approach me, this is me speaking personally. It can't it can't be outright. Like it's I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. Like it's not there. It's got to be a subtle thing to
Okay.
me. To me, that's my experience of that's I rather a woman approach me subtly, like look across the room type thing, and happen to come
Mhm,
over and stand
mhm.
beside you, stare in your eyes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Rather than,
Gotcha.
hey,
Yeah.
my name is so and so. What's your number?
Mhm, mhm.
Which I can't
Wait.
again, like you said, I can't say that's wrong. I just don't. In my experience, those situations don't seem to work out for me. So I don't tend to like it. But my question with that long-winded explanation is to ask
Mm.
you is, what do you think about that? Do you think men should be the initiator and the pursuers when it comes to dating or when it comes to
Well,
um,
here's my
setting the tone?
my 2 cents about the situation you just said. Number one, it's not like he was not trying to pursue her. He was. It was just not at the communication level that she wanted. So yes, he's texting you, but he's also initiating the text. If you do not like how this person is pursuing you and you like this person, then you take the balls by the horn, by the whatever, and tell this person, hey, you know what? Why don't you call me? Why don't you do this? This is, I mean, you have, like you said, it's 2026 right now. You have the mouth to say, hey, I really like you, but I would like to hear from you more. I would like to
At
hear you. I
least
would have
do
that
that.
just
Yeah.
help the person out. I mean,
Yeah.
it's and that's the thing where a lot of women think that we're mind readers, that we're supposed to all of a sudden know, oh, on chapter 6, verse 4, we're told that we have to do this. I'm like, bro, what? No, man. And on the flip side, like you said, if a woman is wanting someone or likes to hear someone and wants to hear from them, what's wrong with them from picking up the phone and talking to them? Call them. 'Cause I remember you said you caught yourself one time. You were saying you were getting frustrated because you didn't hear from your lady for a while, and then you stopped yourself and like, "Wait a minute, I can just pick up the phone and call her or text her because I want to hear from her." It goes both ways, man. It goes both ways. Some people, again, because of technology, some people think texting is the best way because it's quick. You don't really have to go through a lot of rigmarole about, what to say and get nervous or whatever. It's just motion
Mm.
emotionless messaging.
Hmm.
Some people just I mean, I've done it a lot of times,
Me
just, "Hey,
too.
how you doing?" Blah, 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 and you just, on autopilot, whereas there's more feeling, to a conversation, which women would like, I get it, but at the same time, if you know you're not getting it, and you want it from this specific person, step up, let him know, and he'll know for next time. Because if he still goes to the texting or he says, "No, that's not my thing," then you made your choice. You're not for
Exactly.
it's not for you.
Exactly. Everything else is a game to me. Everything else is your like you said, you're playing mind reader.
Yeah.
You're not trying to build something.
No,
Because one of their responses was, "Well, I don't know if I like the guy," and my thought is, "Well, he doesn't know if he likes you either.
facts.
Just because he picked you up doesn't mean he likes you. I mean, he likes how you look for the most part. Now,
Mm.
that's depending on the conversation you've had,
Mhm,
but he doesn't
mhm.
necessarily know, and even then, he doesn't know how much he likes you. And you don't know what his life is like. You don't know how busy he is, and he
Exactly.
doesn't know how busy you are.
Yeah, I think the text message is usually the polite way to see to kinda test the waters. "Hey, how you doing? Just thinking about you," or blah, blah, and in that conversation, that text, you might say, "Hey, you know what time you work until, or are you free to this? Maybe I'll give you a call." Like, it sets up that next level. Now, it may take some time for that person to get to that level because they don't know if they're free to do that. That person could be texting you on his break or between whatever jobs he's done, you don't know, and he's giving you that message, giving you that attention, and you're saying it's not good enough. Sorry, that's
Yeah,
on you.
I
That's on the
that's
receiving.
I. It was a bet again. I don't agree with their thought
I'm,
process,
I'm,
but
I'm
I
I
enjoyed
wish I
the
was there
different
because I
way
would
of
have.
thinking.
I
I
wish I was
enjoyed
there.
yeah. Next time, hopefully.
I would have.
I
I would have.
enjoyed the banter, and I actually did enjoy the fact that there's still women out there like that.
And that's fine by all
Yeah,
means.
yeah,
That's great. That is
yep,
great.
yep.
But at the same time, I know the like I said, social media and the internet and everything has changed the mindset of a lot of people in the world, and they are thinking totally different than how it was in the 90s, 80s, 70s, and going forward. It's just a totally mindset. So when you catch somebody still thinking in that mindset, two things come to mind is A, they don't let the influence of the internet and social media change their mindset, or the upbringing of that person has been
Mhm.
ingrained in them so long that they know or they saw a good thing or a good process, and they want to emulate that because they're
Yes,
happy at what they saw with their parents, grandparents, friends, parents, who knows. They
valid.
saw something they thought that was genuine. They want that. They want to experience that. So, uh, you know,
Because to your
that's
point, one of the ladies has no social media but TikTok.
there you go.
She's barely involved.
So there you
So
go.
that's
So
that's
that she
hilarious.
is now you've kind of put yourself in a very small column of people who do that or don't do that. And, you might have slim pickings because of that. At the same time, you might have a vast amount
I
because,
think they're out there, man. I
right?
mean,
Yeah.
some people do. Devin is one of those people that's. She said to me before, like we're the minority. That us being on social media as much as we are at our ages or our generation
Mm,
isn't normal for most people our age.
no,
I don't. I don't know. I don't. I
it depends. Depends
almost
on
everybody in
field.
my circle is almost.
But here's the thing: what are your circle of friends are what? Mostly content creators, whether it's music, acting, baking, whatever. There's something that they have to connect with the social world
Mhm.
to be in social media, to be on it anyways. You have a whole bunch of rapper friends, you have a whole lot of singer friends, you have a whole lot of producer friends,
That's
DJ
true.
friends, you have a
That
whole
is
lot of
true.
MCs, you have a whole lot of people that are in that realm. And for them to
That's
get
true.
their stuff out there or connect with people, social media is that easy train to get from A to B without even
That is true.
traveling.
And to your
Whereas
point,
people,
most of the when I do think about it, those are the only people that are on social media. Like,
right?
well, not only, but mostly. To your point.
Because I remember I talked to the CEO of the company I used to work with, and he says, "Yeah, I don't have any social media, and I mute my phone from time to time just because I don't need to hear the ringer. Right? I don't. And he doesn't live off his phone. He uses a notebook and a pen, and he writes notes and he reads. He has two separate books, one for personal, one for work. If he doesn't answer an email or a text right away, it means it's not that important, right? So
Mm,
if you need to get to him, you call him, he'll answer. If he's free, he'll take the call. If not, he'll tell you he'll call you back and so forth. So there's a lot of people that are that way that don't live off the phone or live off the social media or the social connection all the time. So
yeah,
there are people
that's true.
like that still. But
Yeah,
again, how do you
absolutely, absolutely.
how do you connect with them if they're not on social media? That's a whole different ball game.
Mm,
Whole different ball game.
yeah, that is true. That is true. But back to our original question: what did you do to make yourself better today?
Um, well, let's see. I told you I was starting the whole fitness thing back up again.
Mhm,
And yesterday I jumped on my bike, which is in the background there, and
mhm.
did my first ride of the year. And it was quite challenging for me. So
As
me
it should
having a
be.
bad knee, yeah, definitely challenging to just start off from scratch. Although it wasn't a long ride, but it's still a ride nonetheless. I did add some arm work with that, and then today again, I was proud of myself because I was consistent. I went back and I did another workout. It was just an arm. It was a full body workout. Some light weights with some core work.
Mhm,
And I say I'm proud of myself because I'm not using my ego to define how heavy or how light, how intense I have to be. I'm now taking it to a point where I know what my age is. I know what my strength is, but I haven't worked out in pretty much over a year. So
mhm,
everything is going to be stiff or really really sore over some time. So I got to gradually get into something and get it
mhm.
back to where I wanted to be. Because again, it's science. It's not magic. Your muscle memory is going to remember how to do this, and then when you start fueling your body properly, which I am doing,
Mhm.
then everything will come together. So it's not a race to
No,
get down to a certain weight in a certain period of time. I'm at that age where I'm not competing for anything. I'm just trying to feel healthy, and that's the route I'm going. So again, um, I'm very happy that I did the workout. I felt good, sore, but still good. And I believe again, if I stay on this path, I should see results within a month or so. And again, that will then motivate me to be a bit more intense. I
yeah.
love being intense, but I want to get to the point where the mind says, "Yeah, you're ready. Let's go to the next level." So that's what I'm doing.
Don't forget your recovery, man.
Oh,
Please,
tomorrow is a recovery day, so there's
another
no
greatest
workouts. But
recovery.
but like you said, I think meditation is a good thing to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing probably 2 or 3 sessions of meditation, just sitting
Mhm.
there with the music or whatever, and just listen to the person speaking, and just lay down and just chill.
And
So
the
that's
stretching too is like the
hmm
stretching. I don't know if you have the. I don't really do the roller and all that, but all that stuff. it did
Yeah, no
absolutely helps.
stretching and yoga, definitely a
Yeah,
good thing. It's good for the mind and the body
yep,
and the soul. So,
and
that's something I'm going to incorporate as well. I tell everybody that I train that, yeah, that's stretching. As much as I don't do it myself, stretching is very important. So I'm going
yeah,
to
very important. I don't do
incorporate it
it, so
myself. And
flexion.
again, I'm not very flexible. So it's going to take me some time, but over time, like I said, it's going to work and it's going to do what it needs to do. Right. I had a bit of a pinch nose. I slept odd, I think 2 or 3 days ago. And I'm like, man. And I got down and I started stretching. And sure enough, I was good by the next day. So
Nice,
that's what you need to
nice,
do. That's what you
beautiful.
need to do. Just being
Yeah, man.
consistent is all.
Yep, yep.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
got a hip issue from. I did like a. Oh, I should have asked you that too, but because of your knee, I wasn't sure if you wanted to be a part of
Mm.
it. But
Nope.
there's, I have a WhatsApp. I'm part of a WhatsApp group. Devin's brothers in it. My brother-in-law started it. Where
Hmm.
he sets up like weekly 5-day workout programs, like mostly YouTube videos, some from Facebook, different social media
Hmm. Hmm.
platforms
Hmm.
that we all kind of follow along. So I did one last week. It was so many squats there. So man, all kind of suitcase squat, front load squat,
Oh
uh,
gosh.
all
Sumo
kind of
squat.
sumo squat. What do you call it? Staggered squat day
Oh
after I was
gosh.
done. My freaking left hip is, and it still bothered me. That was last week. It still
Jeez.
bothers me. But yeah, recovery is key. But yeah,
Recovery is definitely key. Recovery is definitely key. All
absolutely.
right. We got I guess two great topics to talk about. Well, three actually, if we can get to that last one.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one, I guess we can shoot on that one real quick. This
Sure.
is I guess this would be the Mandem thoughts here. We're gonna
Yeah.
do a Mandem thoughts. We have a video from TikTok that we're going to share, and we'll talk about that. And I said I've watched this before, however, and it does trigger some things even recently. But we're going to talk about that. So let's show that real quick. Here we go. 1 second here.
More, okay? Like some people are dealing with shit.
I'm
Okay?
sorry, dude.
And I come on here and I'm like trying to like be entertaining for you, but I'm miserable inside and like I don't know, I don't feel like I'm respected at all.
You never hit a man where he's weak. Never. It could be true, it could be real, but you don't hit him where he's weak because it'll turn around on you. You can get him to do what you need him to do, but you never hit a man where he's weak because they never forget it. It lives with them.
When a man opens up, when he really opens up, don't you use what he said when he was open to prove a point when you want to win an argument. You will never hear the full story from us ever again. And we'll start say stuff like this. How are you? Good. I ain't good, but I just ain't telling you.
Big boys don't cry. Stand up, be a man. Take it like a man. Hold it in, suck it up. We train men to be silent and then crave them to speak. That's why we die quicker than you, because we don't talk. We just disappear.
There you have it, folks.
Word. Word.
Let's hear the thoughts. Uh,
You want me to go first, or you're gonna?
yeah, by all means. This is
Uh,
a hot topic for a lot of men. Uh,
that yeah, like you said, it hit home. Like I literally had a heart jump, but and an
yep.
anxiety
Every
pulse.
time every time I watch it, I have that.
Yeah,
It hits me like,
yeah,
yo,
man.
you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It,
Yeah.
I, I don't even know where to start really, but let me try. Um, Obviously, when we say it hits home, it rings true. Um, and this was also kind of a thing that I thought of when I was doing LT show today. The the traditional ways of thinking leads to more stress on the man, more holding it in on the man, because we're not allowed, if we're being traditional, we're not allowed to be open. not allowed to express emotion, which is proven to be dangerous. It's not good for us. Um, to go to work and work hard as you can for your family and come home, bring home the bacon, so to speak, and feel unappreciated for the bacon, but not being able to express that you feel unappreciated. So you just gotta hold it in and go work more because you feel like that's the only way that they'll appreciate you if you bring home more bacon. Which it's when we really break it down, it's a ridiculous way of thinking, whether or not you think that's the purpose of a man or not. That's a ridiculous. That's a workhorse. That's not a man. It's not a human being. That's somebody. That's a machine that you're speaking about. So, and then speaking to the when we do open up, and when we are vulnerable to our ladies, and I take that more as in our romantic relationships, we're vulnerable to them. Sadly, I feel like they do use it against us. 9 times out of 10. I'm sure there's women out there that don't, but they do take that, especially in arguments, and use it to hurt us under the guise of helping us at times. Which then that just closes you back up. Pretty much what it said. What I did also find interesting was very subtle and quick. But did you notice to take it out of even because take it out of just the man to woman thing? The beginning, the guy was talking to his guy friends,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing that the guy did, his reaction was he chuckled,
Mm-hmm.
like he laughed at him, basically. And I saw something earlier today where they were talking about the fact that it's not the being emotionally mature is harder for men to men than it is for men to women because other men don't understand it as well as we do. We don't understand it, and we're being vulnerable, and they don't understand it, so they don't know how to receive this thing. And then it becomes a thing where, well, you're not your reflection is coming back distorted basically. So you're open to this guy, and this guy is supposed to be your guy, and he laughs at you. So it's like, well, am I not supposed to be this guy then? Am I supposed to be like him where emotions are funny and stupid and I shouldn't be expressing it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a scary place to be in, brother. And I refuse to be in that place. I don't surround myself with people like that anymore. Those days are done for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Sit here and I think about those videos and the comments, and like you said, it's not even on a relationship base. Because I sit here again with all the turmoil in my life and whatnot, you don't know what's underneath. You don't know what's inside, and and sometimes you like I'm getting emotional right now, but I'm like sometimes you don't want to show it because you don't know what the reaction you're gonna get, right? And I try to hold my emotions because I have eyes that are watching me. Like
Mm,
I come home and if I'm upset or just almost like a give up state of mind and my daughter sees that, she's gonna wonder what's going on.
mhm,
I go to work and I'm feeling like, oh, they're gonna ask what's going on. And you're supposed to have it, you're supposed to be having it all together. Like you should me as a man, you should have it all figured out. You should be always on point, ready to make that move, that action, and so forth. But meanwhile, you're broken inside.
mm,
You have no real direction. You have no real reason. You have no real hope, and you still put on that smile. You still go out and do a podcast, or you still go out and talk to people. You still go out and do what you need to do, not realizing that you're broken inside. It's
mhm,
and the fact that um I say this now because again I don't want to put my business out there, but I'm going to put it out today. I
mm,
some information that was put on the internet,
mhm, mhm,
and those are the things that hurt me the most because
mhm,
there's people out there who think they know me, and they put out a narrative about me. And whether you're bitter, upset, distraught, whatever, a lot of people on the internet believe what is written because they think it's true. I'm looking at it,
And they have no context either.
right? Well, the thing is, like I said, for contents, anyways, I'll say that there was a post about myself uh, that had my picture, a very old picture of myself, and it had a question about if I had any red flags in the dating world. This is a women's group that is out there, and I'm like,
Yeah, stupid groups.
so I'm looking at it like this person is the same person who pretty much destroyed my relationship last year.
Hmm.
So when my ex fiance saw it, number one, that questioned me about her. Why are you in that whole group in the first place? I think we talked
Hmm.
about this a while. I was wondering why is the person I'm dating or I'm seeing in a group like that? And they said, oh, they were just in it because they've been in them for forever and blah blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. Uh, Secondly, why didn't you defend me? Why didn't you say this is not true? You're living with this person and you're not saying anything about it.
Hmm.
So why are you not telling the people out there that they're not true?
Hmm.
And that made me think, I'm like, what do you say? What do you do? So, and I found out that again, it was my daughter's mom, who I believe is in Ontario, who is posting that for whatever reason I don't know. And then you
Hmm.
have people who have very, very boring lives that seem to just want to feed off this negativity and want to let that story grow. And they'll add 2 cents of things they don't know about. Here's the kicker though. If I wanted to get a job or wanted to go and get something better for myself, I don't know who are in these groups that will see this stuff, that will then put a black cloud over my head, which is probably on my head right now, which is why I can't get better than what I want to get right now.
Hmm.
Because this is not the second time. This is not the first time, sorry, someone has posted. Some coworkers that I used to work with are in these groups.
Hmm.
So what makes you think that I walk into work one day and these people are looking at me totally different
Hmm.
on lies? And I have to hold this in. I can't yell, I can't scream, I can't shout. I have to be the man and take it like a champ and say nothing. I can't say anything to these people in this group because it's a women's only group. I can't defend myself. So whatever they say is truth and it destroys my character. Luckily, again, luckily, a friend that I know for years saw this, took the screenshots and sent me the information. So I thank her for it. I don't want
Hmm.
to disclose who it is, but again, I'm in there. And again, the killer point for me is when I saw an ex staff of mine that I was managing that stated that I was narcissistic, I was all these things as an employer, and that she thinks that it's obvious that this would be the same way I am in a relationship, and
Hmm.
that karma
Hmm.
would catch me in the end. I'm like, and I'm looking at this person. I'm like, this person got themselves in trouble by their own actions. So this person has mental issues, and she, because of her mental issues, she's spewing stuff on the internet that people will gobble up and think is truth, and then they'll make whatever lie they had even truer than the next. I'm like, man, you can't win.
Were you even involved with them losing their job?
No, they did it to themselves. But
Hmm.
because I was I was the new person taking over the spot.
Hmm.
That's where their anger
Hmm.
directed it.
Hmm.
I was not the one that got them where they were. They did it
Yeah.
to themselves,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
So they're angry, and because of their anger, I'm the only one that they're gonna put it on. And now they put it on a social platform where people will think that I'm this bad guy. I don't think I'm a narcissist, but now you have a bunch of other women, maybe 400 women thinking that I am. So now all of a sudden, say one of those women are a CEO or a manager or part of HR of a place I'm gonna go work,
Probably.
and all of a sudden I'm not getting any calls for interviews because of this person. Why? Because you didn't do your job properly. So I have to take it on the chin and just be who I am until what this boils over. Again, this person reposted that whole thing from last year. It's the same post sent. One woman says, "Oh, this person's just on these dating apps swiping right." I'm like, how do you know? What do you
No.
mean?
And even if you are, what is in that? What a dating
What
apps
is it?
are for?
Yeah, right. I wasn't on any dating apps for a good 6, 7 months. I'm like, I was good working and doing my thing. Didn't go
Mhm.
anywhere. I was in work.
Mhm.
And this person is spewing off these messages. I'm like, man. And I just sit here. Like I said,
Sad.
I sit here. I'm like, I can't say anything 'cause I don't know what anybody's gonna think about me. I don't post anything on Facebook because if I start posting anything on Facebook, people think I'm weak or upset or reaching. I'm like, man. So I just have to sit here and internalize everything. And when you internalize everything, your body shuts down.
Yeah.
It starts breaking you down from the inside out, and you just lose hope. You lose energy. You lose motivation to do things. That's
Yeah.
why that's why I said I was very proud of myself that I did the 2 workouts because I'm like, I wasn't in the mood mindset wise. I was broken.
Mm.
I'm still broken. Like I'm over things like financial shit. Yeah, I got bills that I got going on here that I need to handle. I don't know how to handle them because of situations. I'm like, it's just what who do you turn to? Who do you talk to? You can't. Because if you try to talk to them, they'll think, "Oh, you're a man. You should handle it. You're the big man. You're whatever, whatever." No, it's not that easy, man. It's not that easy. And if you talk to another guy, they'll think, "Yo, step up. You can handle this. Just chill." Like, I don't need that type of talk right now. I
Mhm.
need somebody to listen to me and say, "Yo, I get you. I get you. I'm here if you like." That's the type of vibe I need, not the whole tough it up or whatever. Nah,
Yeah.
man, it
Judgment.
doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work. If you want to be emotionally uh, uh, um, uh, what's the word there?
Available.
Emotion. You want to be available and vulnerable. People
Vulnerable,
just
yeah.
step all over you. And again, I try not to because again, I have little eyes that are watching me.
Yeah.
Right. I have coworkers that's gonna see me and say, "Yo, are you fit to work?"
Mm.
The short answer is no.
Mm.
The long answer is hell no. I
Mm.
have no idea, but I have to show up.
Yeah.
I take the risks. I do whatever I need to do. I try to make it work. That's all I can do. As a single dad, I'm trying to make it work,
Mhm.
and it's not easy, and it's breaking me down daily, daily. And you just go to sleep, you wake up like, okay, well, time to redo this. Who cares about my feelings? Just keep on doing it. It sucks. It sucks because you want to say something, you want to share something, but you don't know the reaction you're going to get. You don't know what the reaction you're going to get, and it bothers me that a lot of women take that weakness or vulnerability as a
Yeah, it's
weakness.
not weakness. Yeah,
Yeah,
there
sorry,
you go. There
I'm
you go.
sorry.
There you go. Yeah,
I'm mixing my words, but yeah,
yeah.
the
But I get you. I
vulnerability,
get why we do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the vulnerability, and change it into a weakness,
Yep.
make you feel like a less of a man.
That.
If you tear up, or if you are silent, or you don't handle it like you're gonna fight. No, man, it's not everything. Not every man is like that. Now, anyways, people have learned that you don't have to be that guy. You
Should have
can just
never
step
been that
back.
way.
Yeah, but we were programmed that way.
Mhm.
We were programmed that
Sadly.
way, right? Pastor Jakes there says, you know what? You had to be a man, take it like a man, do this, do that. That's how we were told. That's
Yep.
how we were told.
Yep.
And it
So
takes a lot to be that person and not show it.
we
So
keep
now
you.
when you
Sorry. Go.
no,
Go ahead.
when you pull back that curtain and you show it, and people are like, pointing at you. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's crying. This guy's weak.
Hmm.
You're done. You're now lesser than how you feel before. So why share that stuff? Why? You're broken.
Mhm.
I'm broken right now. I'll admit it. I'm broken. I don't know where I'm going right now. I don't know what I'm doing,
Mhm.
but I don't show it. It is what it is, man. It's a horrible feeling to know that you're kind of lost right now.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing, and if you try to share with people, they take advantage or they manipulate it into something that it's not. It sucks. Definitely sucks. Anyways, that was one of the like I said, and when you showed it to me, I'm like, man, this is perfect timing for me to see this because I'm like, I was just in a mood right at that time. When you sent it, I said, "Yo, that's perfect, man." It just you got me amped up. I'm like, "Yo, this got me upset because of the stuff I showed you." But
Mhm.
it just, like I said, it's
Some words
frustrating.
of encouragement and a little bit of advice from a self-proclaimed self-proclaimed I don't know what I'm talking about guy. I just talk.
Mm,
but but to start with, the encouragement is you've made it this far,
mm,
so and you're not done yet. You've gone through, I would think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, worse, even though it doesn't feel like that in the moment, because I also understand that. And you've gotten through that, gotten the other side of that. You, so you do have the capability to do so. Um, what I will also say is you need to find some positive outlets to get the stress off. So the workout is one. So you're already on a
oh yeah.
right path.
Mhm.
Um, I would encourage you to seek some form of therapy or counseling. I know that comes with a bill and some more, most times, but
Mhm.
there are programs and things out there which could either make it cheaper or free. But I would suggest that, and I'm not only speaking to you, I'm speaking to every man, woman,
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Of
child
course.
out there.
Mhm.
But that we need. I've started therapy pretty recently within the last few months, and I'm not saying it works miracles, but it does. Even just to have that person that you could speak to openly and not feel the judgment, because even sometimes we have good friends, but we feel like we might be judged if we say certain things to them and be open with
Yep.
them. And
Mhm.
there's some things we don't want people in our business. We don't want to tell them everything,
Correct.
even though we might trust them to a degree. We still don't feel comfortable telling them everything. I find solace in having, as weird as it sounds, a stranger to confide.
No, I
So,
mean, they have no judgment. They don't know you, so they're just taking the facts in and just making a decision. That's the perfect person for the job, right? That's why they have judges. That's why they have lawyers. All these people are people that don't know the situation, and they present what is the case to them, and they make a judgment call on that. So yeah, I mean,
and it
somebody who
should be
doesn't know you is the best person if you can
right.
help
So
them
I
through
would
the case.
implore you to do that. The other thing I would advise, man, and this is a tough one because I totally, even being not being a father, I totally understand wanting to be strong for your children. Um, oh shoot, that was a thing that I had saved in our podcast group, which a guy was talking about the one of his moments of feeling freedom is being able to tell his children what is wrong with him
Mm,
or what's going on with him. Said he, and hopefully next show I could bring that clip. He said he had a conversation with his father,
mhm,
and in which he was saying to, and his father's his hero, right? Like his father got it right, his greatest
mhm,
dad in the world. And he's talking to his dad, and he said, "Dad, how did you do this? Like, how were you so good at being a dad?"
mhm,
And his dad said to him, "Son, I still don't think I'm doing it right." And he said that moment they broke down. He realized his dad is just a human being. He's not a superhero. and realize it's okay for him, therefore, not to be a superhero. And I know your daughter is young,
Hmm.
so maybe we're not there yet, but I still
Hmm.
think there's
Hmm.
some. You guys still have a level of communication as a father and daughter where I think you can be somewhat honest with her of what you're feeling, because she feels it. She feels it,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
and I think that makes her a better person as well, to see the man in her life can be open and vulnerable. This way, we're not repeating the cycle of raising a woman who cannot handle a vulnerable man. You
No, you're
understand what I'm
right. You're
saying?
right. You're
Or
right.
or a vulnerable person. Period.
Oh,
Like
you're
she's.
right, because I think recently, and again, this is just a perfect kind of segue. But recently, my daughter, when she's here, she'd draw me a picture, and it's just me and her. Almost every weekend, a picture. I think I have one. Hold on, let me see.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. So this is just one of them, just out of the blue, and it just says here, "To Dad from Talon, Happy New Year."
Mhm.
Right,
Mhm.
just like that. And then she'll
Mhm.
be saying pictures. She'll be writing pictures of drawing me and her holding hands. I love you, Daddy. I love you, Dad. It's always I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. I'm like, wow, like, and it's just random. Not that I've done anything or not that she needs or wants anything. She just does it, and it's almost like she senses that I need that. Right,
Encouragement.
right. So then I'm
Mhm.
like, okay. So then on this Sunday, I said, okay, you got school tomorrow. You gotta, get yourself ready for school.
Mhm.
It's okay, no problem. She goes, no problem, Dad. I'll do it. No problem. I said, okay. So then I'm seeing her and she was still up. I'm like, did you get your clothes ready? She says, yeah. And then she had a note on the bed with my clothes on there. And she got my clothes ready
Hmm.
for Monday. A
Mm-mm.
pair of sweats, t-shirts, put it right beside hers. I'm like, man, what do you say? What do you do? Your daughter sees everything. She knows that you might be wherever you are, but they know. Like, oh wow. I mean, I was ready to burst out in tears. I mean, my daughter's getting my stuff ready for me. That's a wrap for me. That
Yeah.
tells it. That's
Yeah, man.
just that's wow. So
I
yeah, I
don't.
know.
Yeah, we shouldn't be afraid to open up to the people in our lives. Again,
Mhm,
regardless of my nephew, who's one of the smartest people I know,
mhm,
is. I remember when he was younger, and we'd um, we'd be having conversations about, like different, quote unquote family secrets, or things that came out in about the family that, we didn't necessarily know, or I didn't know growing up, but my parents knew and never told me, type thing. And what his statement would always be, why don't you tell us these things? Like, why is this being
yeah,
hidden? And he's
yeah,
so right. Like, he's so right. Like, which we it creates this fallacy of what people are, or what family is, or you know what I mean? Like this fantasy of everything's okay and we all will be
mhm,
fine. And then they grow up and find out the world isn't like that.
right,
And then it's like, what?
yeah,
It's almost like like we were talking about on the last episode, where it comes financially, where we don't really get financial awareness taught to us growing up, and then we go out in this world thinking, well, if we just go to university and sign up for these credit cards, not knowing how we're going to pay them back, and it
mhm,
puts us in an immediate hole in life
mhm,
financially.
mhm,
So it's the same thing emotionally. I think we're very, as especially as black men,
mhm,
we're very keen on being strong for everybody around us,
mhm,
and that ends up making us weak. It's not like the gym where we go and lift these weights and it gets stronger. We actually
mhm,
go and lift these weights and it actually tears us down every time. So we need help to lift these weights, and just like the gym, you need a spotter.
facts.
You need a spotter to lift those heavy weights. You can't
Mhm,
always do it on your own. And when you work out with somebody else, you get better results because they push you, you push them.
yep, yep.
Gym lessons for life, as we always say.
Oh, this is true. It's true. Do you think us shielding the world from the youth, from the kids, and so forth? Is it setting them up for failure, or kind of protecting them from dealing with stuff the way we're dealing with it now? Like how young should someone should a young person know about the ups and downs of life?
That's a very good question, and I'm probably not the best person, not being a parent, to answer this question. But I'll answer it in terms of what different parents have told me,
Hmm.
which is you'll be surprised at what a child can handle at a young age. I think uh, if you're a good parent, quote unquote, you're in tune with the level that your child is at. Similar to like your child might be 5 years old, but they're at an 8-year-old reading level.
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm saying? So they might be advanced emotionally where you can share more than their actual age. And the sharing should be tailored to that level. So, for example, it may not be, uh, "Hey, honey, hey, dad can't pay any bills this week. I can't. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm struggling out here." It may not be that detailed. It might be,
right.
I'm not in a great mood today, honey. I'm
Mhm.
trying to, I feel a little down. Your dad feels a little down. When you feel sad, that's how dad's feeling. I'm feeling a little sad today.
Right.
It might be as simple as that.
Mhm.
And I, I, I think I, un- I understand protecting them from the negatives or the evils of the world,
Right.
but sometimes we're overprotecting them and they're not prepared.
Mm.
To give a very dark example of that is there are in many families, including mine, sad to say, there are predators in the family.
Mm.
And people don't divulge that to other people in the family.
Mm.
So you're leaving your child at Uncle Darius's house,
Mm.
not knowing. Meanwhile, Auntie Bev knows, but she
Mm.
never told anybody. Or your cousin
Right.
Marcus knows, and he never
Right.
told anybody. And Uncle Darius has a brand new victim because we're trying to protect these kids from
Yeah.
something.
Mhm.
I don't think I don't again, there is I get the protection and there is a level that we should have. But we also should recognize when we're overprotecting them from things that they should and need to understand.
Mm. Mm. Jeez. We can definitely go on and on and on for
Yeah.
this type of topic for sure.
Yeah.
But we have one more topic we'll talk about because I know
Mhm.
we're pushing heavy on this real quick. So let's jump onto this one right now. This was sent to me by a very good friend of mine. I'm going to share that for everyone, and let's see if we can mansplain it for everybody. Here we go.
Mhm.
Let's get this real quick. Let's get it going.
Woman says, "No, I won't marry you."
Oh.
And you know damn well why. She claimed that her refusal was not about the price, but about his failure to deliver the kind of ring she wanted despite telling him multiple times.
Oh, jeez.
The ring was $900 from Walmart, and she said, "I don't want a Walmart ring."
I can see someone absolutely feeling that way. Go to a jewelry store.
Tyler, if you knew what I wanted and still chose to do what was easiest, it tells me you really don't hear me.
Yeah.
I want to feel chosen, not just proposed to.
Oh, so she would have said yes if the box had a different ring in it.
But it's
I
more
wanted
about
princess cut.
I would have said yes if he ever listened to me.
Right.
She made the right choice.
Agreed.
Even if
Oh
he
my
goes and
gosh.
gets the best ring now and spends $1 zillion on it and no, absolutely not.
That's ridiculous.
Which part? You're crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy.
This is what
No,
they think.
I
They're
mean, you
like,
don't-
It's a ring. What? Just shut
it's
up and
about
put it
what
on.
the ring represents. That's the
Exactly.
whole point. It's a symbol.
It's a mistake. He made a mistake. You don't take the whole engagement because guy did something. Guys,
He didn't take what she wanted into consideration at all.
nothing makes
And
you guys happy.
that will continue after they're married. Do not marry that guy.
The man.
510. That guy dodged a bullet. If the woman really only cared about the ring, there is more to life than materialistic items.
That is not the only thing that she cared about, and she dodged the bullet.
Men are not listening to us even right now.
Right now. It's like we're not even talking.
It's insane.
650. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you guys talking?
No.
I missed it. I thought we were all in agreement that she was wrong.
We weren't.
A woman.
All right.
Interesting.
There it is right there. Care to mansplain this situation, and what would you think? I'm you know what?
You go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I started first last time. You go ahead.
Here's again. I posted this. Sorry, this was posted to me, and I was taken back because I'm like, on a man's point of view, I'm like, I got a $900 ring. I love you, and I'm like, I'm gonna give you this. But then I was asking first. I said, "Can I ask a question?" And then he goes, "The question doesn't matter." Well, I think it does. I'm like, the question is, could he afford anything from anywhere else? That was my first initial question, and it was told to me that that shouldn't matter. And I'm like, why?
That
And
shouldn't matter. Okay, go
yes,
ahead.
it doesn't matter because she said she didn't want anything from Wal. She wanted a specific ring and not from Walmart. So I'm like, So the best option for that person is to tell his woman that he does not have enough money to get this ring of where you got it or where you want it from, sorry. And please stand by while I make enough money to buy the ring that you need or want. Well, I don't know where to go from that. But then again, um, the person who sent me that information said, well, what if the box said Tiffany's on it? And I'm like, okay. So what if she says she didn't want it from Tiffany's and you got it from Tiffany's? I'm like, okay, but it's a jewelry store. I mean, I thought again, like I was talking to us in the podcast little group, is that I thought it was the thought that counts, not the type, not the value, but just the thought of someone getting you something that means so much. And it was shut down. It says, and like those women said that they said that um, women women are stating that men don't listen to them. And like, but I tread on water quite carefully because I'm like, I don't think at that point it's about men not listening.
Mm.
It's more so the men trying to please and not knowing how to please that person
Mm.
the right way.
Hmm.
That's just my thought. They weren't satisfied with what they got,
Mhm.
and it kind of went south. But I've been told. I mean, I think Devin said something in the group about that too,
Mhm.
about the choice of the ring or whatnot, and she gave us an explanation about that. I'm like, okay, so the men are wrong. Yep.
Well, we always are.
Yeah. I'm like, yep.
We always
Got it. I got it. But again, the original the request was to have some women here to speak on that. So we'll definitely hope anybody when we're done with this conversation can comment about this as well if they could and give us an insight of what you think is the right response to this. But what say you there, Slang, about this ring situation?
So I try to be the mayor of fair, as this podcaster Chris Unbiased likes to say. Try to be the mayor of fair. Try to look at both sides, and spoke to my lady about it. They got some insight on what the women were saying and why they were thinking that way. And watching the video again gives me a little. I'm a little more on the fence on it. So let me start with, I would have thought, and I still think, that we should be focused on the purpose of the ring and not
Correct.
the ring, which the
Correct.
purpose is to be engaged.
Yes.
I don't know how much it should matter what the ring looks like
Or cost.
or costs. More importantly, costs, because the look like, I could see that. I could see the look like, because she has to wear it, right? Like she's the one that's gonna be walking around with it on her finger. So the look like is, I get that much more than the cost. I don't, or where it comes from. That's
Fair enough.
the other
Yep.
part
Yeah.
that I don't get. I don't really get that. So, and there was a couple things there that weren't fully explained, but they did say she asked for a particular. She didn't get the ring that he knows she wanted.
Right.
For me, it comes down to a lot of communication that was not. So if I go with my woman and shop for an engagement ring and she says she wants this, I don't know anything about engagement rings, but she wants this 10 carat platinum band, right? If I see the price on that ring and I can't afford it, it is then my duty to say to her, okay, that's a little pricey. Like, I know that's the one you love, that's the one you want. I don't think I could get that for you.
Right.
Unless we go to Walmart. Then maybe I could get something similar to what you want. It may not be the exact same thing, but the price will be more in my range, hopefully. Then we do that. Now, if she says, no, that's the ring I want, or I can't be engaged, get out of there, brother. Get out of there. If she's not willing to bend or compromise, then that to me means the ring and the wedding is more important to her than the actual union that you're about to have, and you should get out. Now, to the woman's defense, if she tells you she wants a specific ring and you just go out and get her a ring that you can afford because that's what you can afford and she should appreciate it regardless, I don't necessarily agree with that either. Because again, she has to wear it. I still don't think the ring should be the important thing here. I think it's symbolic, but to what the women were saying in the post, it is symbolic of, are you listening to your partner on both sides? Like, if she tells you she wants a certain ring, are you listening to her saying that? And are you going to go and do what you want anyway? And if you're saying you can't afford it and she says, nope, get me the ring I want, she's not listening to you. In both scenarios, you shouldn't be marrying this person on both sides.
Totally agree.
Now, let me take it a little out of context, because to your point, I would have thought that it's the thought that counts. At least that's what we were always taught.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm learning that's not the case.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
They lied to us.
Yeah, apparently, because I put a scenario to someone, and I won't say who that is. They could speak for themselves, hopefully, when and if they're on the show again. I said to her, if I was to, like in the movies, so to speak, if I was to plan a date on where we're going, what we're doing, and I even buy you the dress, lay it on the bed, and it's your size, and da, and I make all these arrangements, would you like that? And her response was, not so much, because what if I don't like the dress?
Yeah, she loses control. I get you.
And my thought is like, why does it matter if you like the dress? It's one night. Like, you didn't. Because for me, any gift from anybody, if you buy me something, I appreciate it.
100%.
And I may wear it once because I don't like it. And we're talking like clothes or whatever. I may wear it once because to show the appreciation that you got me something that I didn't have to pay for, that you even thought of me to buy me something, is enough for me. It's not, which is, again, a slightly different scenario than the ring scenario, because it's not like I told you to go buy something.
Right.
You just bought me something. I don't actually care what it is. You bought it for me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna find some use for it out of that appreciation. That's the way
Correct.
I look at things.
Same.
But,
Same.
but I can understand, like I can appreciate somebody say, bruh, I don't really like that sweater. Thanks for getting it, but I don't really like it. I appreciate the honesty. Or at least I should appreciate
Right.
the honesty.
Right.
I'm just not, that's just not me. So if my woman plans a date and buys me a suit that I might not like, or and here's the other part of it. To both sides. If my woman buys me a suit, I assume she has an idea of what I like. She might be off slightly, but I'm pretty sure she's not gonna buy me something that I absolutely don't like. I hate. I'm not gonna wear that. Are you crazy?
That looks outrageous. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna do that.
Right.
If that's the case, I have no argument for anybody not responding or enjoying that experience. But I'm assuming she's going to buy something within the realm that I like.
Right.
There might be something about it I don't like, whatever, the color, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't wear double-breasted suits. Normally, she got me a double breast, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't like it it doesn't fit my dream or fit my idea of what's nice, I'm wearing it for that night. We're going on a date. It's going to be a very nice night. She took the effort to do all of this. I'm going to appreciate that and go and enjoy myself. Yeah, that one is weird to me. I don't really fully get it, but at the same time, I do get it to a degree. I think we've lost appreciation in a way.
I mean, when you put the whole tag of Walmart on there, is what kind of cheapens the whole concept of the scenario. If they said something like, a $900 ring from People's,
Hmm.
I would say, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with People's? It's a jewelry store, but it's because you don't want that specific cut or whatever. Yeah, that man dodges a bullet. Now, if the man was lazy and says, you know what, a ring is just a ring, it's just a ring,
Mm-hmm.
and you went and go get a $900 ring from Walmart just because you don't want to put that effort out, then that's on the man. So yeah, the woman dodges a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like you said, the ring is just a symbol, a token of the whole scenario. Because
Of the goal.
if that is what gets you to leave a person, then you really weren't into that person in the first place.
I don't think so.
I mean, that's plain and
That's
simple.
fine, I agree.
You're telling me that a ring, and again, gay engagements can be short and can be seriously long. 2-3 year engagement. You've been dating this person for whatever reason and whatever. You maybe even a couple months. So you're telling me the time you spent with that person that there was no ring involved, and you spend up to this day where the ring is involved is a waste of time because of the
That part.
ring?
That's where they lost me. Like, are we saying that unless there's a pattern of this man not listening to this woman?
Yeah.
This is the one time he didn't listen, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And that is grounds
That's off.
to call off the engagement. That's crazy to me.
Again, if they put scenarios, I would honestly call that radio station myself and say, you know what? Let's play the scenario. So they were engaged for what, 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me 3 years is trumped by a $900 Walmart ring? Then the man definitely dodged the bullet.
That's
That
where
makes no sense.
now you put it in a very. That's how I was looking at it. Like
That
this
makes
can't
no sense.
this can't be the end all and be all.
Yeah.
It can't be.
Now, if they were planning again 3 years engagement and they saw it year 2 and said, "Oh, babe, I want this ring. I want this ring," and then come year 3 when he finally finds it or finally finds the time to get whatever, and he brings out that Walmart, fine. He didn't listen. But again, it's not the end all, the be all.
I don't think
Like
so. I don't
the
think
time frame or the timeline just doesn't match, doesn't make sense because you're going to leave a man because he did not get you the type of ring, whether it's the type, cost, shape, color, over an engagement. This is an engagement that this person is is showing their love for you. They want to be with you for the rest of your life, not the
Right.
3 months that they're with you, but the
Right.
rest. The rest of their life could be 20, 30, maybe even 40 years. Who knows? But you want to stop it and nip it in the bud because of a $900 Walmart ring.
You don't even have to wear the ring, but I mean, that's relative. That's
Again,
relative.
that's something I have to question sometimes. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I agree with you there. That's where I
wow.
fully agree with you. Again, it comes down to what's more important to you. Is it the ring or the engagement? Just like
Yeah.
what's more important to you, the wedding ceremony or the marriage?
Yeah.
This is why I don't care about weddings, and I don't care about the rings either. Like if I was to ever do either one of those things, you may like depending on my woman, because this is where I acquiesce to a degree. If
Mhm.
that's what she wants, it is important to listen to what she wants as well.
Of course.
But it's
Of
also
course.
important to listen to what I want. So if she wants to go through with the big old wedding, blah blah blah, spend all the money, and I'm like, yeah, we could have the wedding, but does it really need to be 300 people? And
Mm.
she doesn't hear that we don't meet somewhere at 150. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? We don't meet somewhere at 200 people. Then what does that say about her
Yep.
listening to me?
Yep.
It's very interesting, but yeah.
Again, we leave it up to people that are watching. We're gonna have
Yeah.
some
Please
definite
chime in with your comments.
comments. I would like
Please.
both sides, men and
Yes.
women, to chime in on this. There is no wrong answers.
No.
This is a conversation. We are open to all types of comments that are respectable. We don't want to be
Yes.
bashing anybody, um, because that's not what we're doing. Because there is no wrong answers. You've heard both sides from a male's point of view on what we thought should be the answer. So yeah, I'll throw it out to the women. Women, let us know. You might think that the man dodged the bullet. You might think the woman dodged the bullet. Nonetheless, we want to hear you and see and maybe help dissect this even further if you could help us out. But yeah,
And
we
we'll even
definitely want to.
we'll try to do what the original plan, like you said, try to get our women, our lady correspondents on here and talk
Mm,
about
mm,
if it's not this in a similar way type topic
mhm,
to talk
mhm.
about.
These are great topics to talk about because again, it definitely makes the other side think
Mhm.
of because again, these are scenarios that usually don't come up. But then you're like, what if this came up? And now you know what the reaction of the male side will be saying, and now we'll know what the woman's side is going to be saying. So we now know both possibilities of a solution that seems to be a difficult one to answer. So I love these types of kind of
Likewise.
situations because you learn more about yourself, you learn about more about your opposite sex, and you learn more about a situation that could happen. And it could again, that's the symbol. This might not even be a true scenario, but it could be, instead of the ring, it could be the
I'm sure it
restaurant that
happens.
they
I'm
went
sure
to,
it happens. Yeah,
right? It
exactly,
could be,
exactly.
yeah, it
Exactly.
could be a vacation spot that they went
Yeah.
to,
A
or
Valentine's gift,
yeah,
whatever.
Valentine's gift,
Yeah.
or a new house or whatever. Like
Yeah.
there's so much things you can play out to make it play out crazy. So we're looking forward for anybody to say anything about it. Hopefully, we get some good responses, and maybe we'll just air them on the show, and then we kind of go tit for tat with the ladies correspondents when we do have them on the show. But hey, that's a good question. So we'll leave it to you guys to chime in. Again, we've had some great content, and we had some great comments and feedback. We've had a lot of people chiming in on our personal social medias, on the sites.
Mhm.
Just a lot of love. So we appreciate that. So keep it
Indeed.
coming. Again, like, subscribe, follow anything that is Darkness with the Ginger Hue. Feel free to tap in because we're definitely trying to put this 2026 on our back and we're trying to run with it. So
Let's
far
grow.
so good. We've had some great stuff and we're going to continue to grow. Any final words there, Slang?
Peace.
With that being said, we out, folks. We out of here. Peace and love. We'll see you
Peace.
guys next time.
Indeed.